morning, good afternoon, good evening, how are you doing? It's Mickey here in another video. Today we keep talking about some very interesting topic for many of you, and it's about Thailand. In this case, we're gonna talk about how to move in Thailand. Also, we're gonna increase the talking and add about how to do the visa for stay like a longer time. So the first thing we're gonna talk about how convenient it is to living in Bangkok, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because if you want to stay long and you don't have like a working visa or a student visa or any kind of visa like this, just you have like a tourist visa, what you're gonna need to do is every 2, or in case you upgrade your visa, right? You can stay 3 months. So after that you're gonna need to leave anyway. So the best option always gonna be take a flight. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because even if you're living in the border of Thailand, this can be Udon Thani, Chiang Rai, Chiang Mai also. Also in the south, you're gonna need to pay for when you cross to another country. This country is gonna charge you some money. So, doing some maths, if I not remember wrong, when you go to Laos is the border in the north, you need to pay like a 1,500 bahts. So this is about. It's pretty much. You can check the 1,500 bahts. So the point is, I do this sometime because before I was living in Udon Thani and this was convenient for me. But also later I did move to Bangkok, and even Bangkok is a crowded city, busy city, but this is become a little more easier because you can take a flight for the Mueang airport. Have 2 airports in Bangkok. Have the international airport. This one is the flights are pretty expensive, but in Don Mueang airport the flights are pretty cheap and have some companies like Air Asia. I need to remind you, no one pay me for doing this, not even Air Asia. Anyway, have another companies, new companies, they're gonna fly you out to Thailand, and later in the next day you can come back. Well, not like this actually. You need to go, for example, I'm gonna talk about Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur. In this case, AirAsia, the headquarters of AirAsia are in Kuala Lumpur. This is very convenient because flight to Bangkok to Kuala Lumpur gonna be very cheap for you, and it's around 2 hours. Yeah, I think depend if you're going or coming back is 2 hours or 3 hours, you know. So you need to know this. So you arrive to Kuala Lumpur. Also, it's a nice city. It's one of my favorite cities in Asia, and I can tell you, you will need to go to do the visa when you arrive to Kuala Lumpur. So make sure you arrive early morning because they stop. Apply. You cannot go to apply for the visa after 2 p.m. if I'm not wrong. You check the details in their website because they change it sometimes. So make sure to check this. And also when you arrive to the airport, you have like a 1 hour to the embassy. 1 hour if you check in like a car or taxi, or if you go by bus it's gonna be a little bit longer, cheaper also. And when you arrive to Kuala Lumpur you don't need to pay anything. What you're gonna need to pay is they're gonna charge you every day like a €1 extra, something like this, $1 extra every day for a stay in the €1 or €10. Oh, it's a big difference, right? Check it out because it's possible after COVID, pre-COVID and after COVID, they changed their rules a little bit. So change about this, but you're gonna need to pay in the hotel where you stay, like a supplement for this, like a tourist supplement, tourist fee. So check this. Well, if you stay at some friend home, well, this money you can save, right? So you're gonna need like a 1 day. So you are, in the worst case, you're gonna arrive 1 day. The next day you apply for the visa, and after that day you get the visa, and that visa is again for 2 more months. So this is for me the best option for staying in Thailand like a tourist. Check it out, right? And after where you're leaving, because they can give you the visa like a 4 until 4 p.m. So this can be a little tight with your flight ticket. So make sure your flight ticket is late at night, late in the evening when you come back to Bangkok, and make sure your flight ticket is early morning, very early morning when you go to Kuala Lumpur. In this case, you're gonna save some days to stay there. But you know, life is short, so if you're going and you need to go, just try to enjoy a little. This is my advice, because I used to go very rushing and and trying to do everything very tight, and it was a little stressful. So I don't recommend this. I recommend you go with time. You stay there 3 days. Have fun, even 3-4 days. Have fun, see the city, because it's a nice city. The prices are not prohibitive, so you can really enjoy. And yeah, it's a beautiful city to see and to travel. So this is my advice. Okay, one is in Bangkok. In Bangkok, the moving is, you want to move like gonna say in the downtown. It's gonna be pretty easy because have kind of like a sky train, and this is gonna make easy the things for you. But apart of this, if you're not living in the main center of the city, it's gonna be pretty rough because the traffic. Bangkok is very big city, but don't have much streets. Have like some main roads. They connect big places, big cities. But if you want to go some specific place, and I highly recommend, if you feel confident about, you can rent a motorcycle. This is gonna be the best choice for you, because also you can skip the traffic in the city, and you don't need to depend on anyone. Also, if you don't have this, it's gonna be very difficult sometimes to find which they have kind of van. Have kind of bus too, but the van like I go everywhere, but you need to know very well which van, and it's not very clear about which van you need to take. Don't have this information. It's not really specific or clear in any place, even for the Thai people. So I really, now with the GPS, I think it's gonna be easier, right? So rent a motorcycle if you feel confident about driving. If you don't feel confident about driving in this, because I need to tell you, the traffic in Bangkok is terrible, and they are like fearless when they're driving, so you can expect anything from anyone, because how they behave driving and against another drivers is not really as you can have in your country, for sure. So I recommend, if you live in not really into the downtown city, you can rent motorcycle, but you just be very, very careful with this, okay, with your driving, and expect the worst from the people in front of you and the people behind you, the car. This is like a preventful driving, right? So you need this. If you are like someone who like to run and this, please don't do this, because you're gonna have accident, and after you have an accident there, it's gonna be very rough for you and very difficult, because it's not your country, and you're gonna need to pay a lot in the hospital. And that in the best case. In the worst case, well, they're gonna take you in a box to your country, and this is gonna be sad news for your family. So my advice is this: if you live in not really into the downtown, you can rent a motorcycle, but be careful. Be careful when driving, okay? If you living in the downtown, just have NTR. You just check it out if your NTR is going to the where you really want to go. And have also buses. You know, the information about bus is you can find, but if you want to go a little further, it's gonna be a little more harder for you because the information is not really clear about the pen. Okay, so check it out this, and this is all I need to say for today about this. So I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please subscribe, click like, and hit the bell button, sorry, and I see you next time. Bye bye.